work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Live, and love. In a garden gonna dig big and trust. In the garden gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. To the garden. Love, 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 love. Happy, 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 happy Pride. Happy, 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 happy June. Happy, 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 happy you. Straight off of an 8-hour drive, here I am in the garden to be with my garden family. Hi, everybody. I am so excited to be with you tonight. We're gonna make it good, make it good, make it all right. To sing this one. This is a chant that a lot of us know. This is written by the wonderful and brilliant Christy Snow. It's I Surrender. Because as we talk about surrender tonight, I want you to imagine that you're surrendering your bull crap. You know what I mean? You're surrendering the story that you tell. You're not surrendering, you're not letting go per se, because you can't. You are all God. Like there's nothing to let go into. You're let go into the divine that is you, right? So surrender into that peace. This is a beautiful song. I invite you to sing with me, to use the breath to calm your brain. And I want you to check out this new butterfly in my garden. Isn't that beautiful? Thrifted for 45 cents. I surrender. I trust, and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. Join me singing that. I surrender. I surrender. Take a breath. I trust, and I know that as I surrender, that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. Sing it with me. I surrender. Let it go now. I trust, and I know that as I surrender, that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. Sing it with me. I fall into the arms of love. One more time. I surrender. I surrender. Let it go. I trust and I know. I trust and I know that as I surrender, that as I surrender, I see you singing. I fall. I fall into the arms of love. 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 Take a breath. Let it out with a sigh. Landing here, right here in the garden. Week 22. We are well into the year, and tonight what we're talking about is meditation. as creation, really. Using meditation for creation is really going to be the theme today. What we do here in the garden is just a reminder we are entering the heart, mind, body, and soul. Currently, we are in that mind space, thinking about our thinking. We have a root and a fruit. Check in with yourself. Have you thought about your root this week? Have you thought about your fruit this week? I'll tell you about mine as we go. Remembering kindness first. Joy is the goal. This is a time of play. So just open yourself to being silly, to having fun, to touching upon that inner child that is you. Everything is your choice. Everything is optional, and it is confidential. This is my book. My book, Make Good. This is what this whole time is based upon. And I recognize this week because I want to remind us that one creative act, one small creative act, leads to the next creative act, as witnessed in me writing this book, which helped me create the dollhouse, which helped me write the book about the dollhouse, which is now this show, Ministar. One thing leads to another. And now I'm going to remove my spotlight. I'm going to spotlight the beautiful Breezy, who is going to open us up with a prayer. Take it away.
And I know. Oops. Okay. I am unmuted. And I know that we are all one, and we are all community and joy and appreciation for all we contribute to each other and to ourselves. And knowing that we do all this as a community, it expands and goes out like ripples in a pond. And I know that meditation can be a cusp for creativity or just focusing in on yourself and learning to open. And so we give thanks for this wonderful class that Amy has put together for us and this wonderful book she has written. We give thanks for the wonderful class we're going to have tonight for meditating to create, and knowing that it is perfect in all its glory. And so it is.
Be Ready by William Stafford. Starting here, what do you want to remember? How sunlight creeps across a shiny floor? What scent of old wood hovers? What softened sound from outside fills the air? Will you bring a better gift for the world than the breathing respect that you carry everywhere you go right now? Are you waiting for a time to show you some better thoughts? When you turn around, starting here, lift this new glimpse that you found, carrying into evening all that you want from this day. This interval you spent reading or hearing this, keep it for life. What can anyone give you greater than now? Starting here, right here in this room, when you turn around.
All right, everybody. So the first thing, what we're going to do, we're going to create a mandala, right? Mandalas are meditative, and we build them. And I thought a wonderful way to build a mandala would be first to make a spiral. So in the middle, I put meditate to create, which is sort of the energy. And as you are creating this mandala, I want you to think of a vision for yourself, a manifestation, a solid, clear manifestation. For instance, I am singing Ministar to a full house in New York City. That is mine, okay? That is mine. I am at a sold out show in New York City, right? I am singing to a sold out show. I'm going to put it up top. This is my mantra. This is what I'm going to create today. I am singing to a sold out club in New York City. Don't tell mama. So this is like what's happening, right? I'm going to manifest this tonight with your help. So as we do this mandala and as I give my talk, think about what you want to create. You don't have to know right away. I know because I've done this work already, but as we do our mandala, think, what is it that you want to create? Something solid, a manifestation, because you're going to have the power of everybody here to help you create it after my talk. So the first thing we're going to do here is just create a spiral. I did it in a light green because that's the heart. And the heart is really the place where we're creating from these days. We think we're creating from our head, but now with all this heart math stuff, we know that we're creating from our heart. So I'm starting with this green energy, knowing that I am creating and meditating, focusing my mind from that space in my heart, right? And a spiral is this eternal, it's such a great shape or idea of our consciousness, right? We are ever expanding. We are ever expanding outward and inward, right? It's zooming in and zooming out at all times, the macro and the micro. So what I did here on this picture here, and if you want to take a screenshot or something of this, because I will be moving ahead to the talk, because I want you to make it your own. But what the idea was is that within each of these spiral spots, right, there's like another design. It's like a mandala. So it goes out, right? And you can do it any way you like. But I just basically thought, you just keep adding outward and you kind of make it, a mandala is like, it's even all around, right? It's like this idea that we're building something. We're building something one little bit at a time and there's no rush. It's just building, layer by layer, which is exactly how we create. We create our lives not with one thought, but with the discipline of many thoughts, many feelings. I was thinking, I said at my show on Saturday night, I said, it didn't take you one night to become a bitter Betty, or to become a worry wart, or to become afraid of money, or to become whatever those things that you want to shift around, right? So it's this practice. It's coming to the garden, right? It's doing something every week. And a little bit here and a little bit there. And what I love about the garden here, what we've got going, is that we can really see right in front of us. We can see it in the work that we're doing, physically see it in our affirmation cards, right? We can see the growth that we're experiencing. So I'm going to be quiet now for a moment and just draw my mandala and invite you to go within and find out, what is that thing that you want us to hold for you? That's that vision, because we're going to do it for each other. You can make any shape around the mandala, any shape, and make it, it doesn't have to be exact. You know me, I'm kind of like, I like to make things, live and breathe and have layers. And, I like to kind of make a mess. The inner child isn't coloring inside the lines, or maybe you are. Maybe you're the type of kid that did like to color in the lines. There were those kids too. I was kind of back and forth with it, Sometimes I like to color in the lines, and sometimes I like to make kind of a mess and have fun. Play with color a little bit. And you can get more and more detailed, making little hearts around mine.
Ready to go. That's the
What's
part I
that?
have.
Somebody have a thought or unmuted? Okay, I'll mute you. So as you can see, I sort of rushed mine, but I figured that I would give you a little bit of a talk. But I will leave my thing up because I don't have slides for my talk. I'll just talk to you. And you can feel free to look at mine if you want, if you need a guide or if you need ideas. But I'm just going to kind of give you this little tiny talk that I put together here last week in getting ready. So tonight, my little talk is titled Meditate to Create. Tonight, I want to offer you a reframe, a gentle revolution, a new way of looking at meditation. Not the act of shutting down your mind, not about emptying it like some spiritual vacuum cleaner, but the sacred art of directing it, okay, of steering your thoughts. Meditation doesn't necessarily mean no thinking. It might mean directed thinking, composing your inner symphony. Let's call it meditate to create, because you are a creator. You're not just a consumer. You're not just a reactor. You are a conscious composer of reality. And your mind, your heart, your beautiful, messy, wild, miracle mind is not your enemy. It's your instrument. Pause and let that land. Breathe that in. My mind is my instrument. Say that. My mind is my instrument. Your mind is really not something to silence. It's kind of like my little puppet thing, right? Like, it's not about silencing the critic. It's about loving the critic and guiding the critic. Because these things, I was listening to a talk today about parts therapy, about internal family systems. And the thing about parts, all of our parts are there to help us. They are all good. In the internal family system work, they are all good. Just some of them get a little more ornery or get a little more, larger than they need to be. But originally, they are there to help us, right? The critic is what makes us make good art or what makes us pick the right lyric to write, right? So it's not that the critic is evil, it's that it needs love. So, instead of fighting thoughts, what if we sort of identified this idea of maybe like dancing with them or treating meditation like art class for the soul? So we pick up the brush of breath, we dip it into the stillness, and instead of trying to, paint a blank canvas, we paint on purpose. So here's the shift. Here's this massive revolution for your meditation. Don't shut off your thoughts. Shape them like clay. Direct them lovingly toward what you want to grow. Point them toward possibility, not panic. This is not spiritual bypassing. This is spiritual artistry. And the science backs it up, by the way. Neuroscience tells us that the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for imagination and focus, lights up like a disco ball during meditation, especially when you're visualizing, imagining, creating. You are literally rewiring your brain when you guide your thoughts toward good. That's not woo, that's neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity, also every single day, you have some thousands of thoughts, and 90% of them are the same damn thoughts you had yesterday. So this week, decide on some new ones. Your mind is sort of like a wild horse. It's powerful, it's beautiful, it's fast, but you don't tame it by yelling it to stop. You learn how to ride that thing. Okay? You take the reins of your attention, you guide it toward the pasture of peace, the stream of stillness, or the wide open field of creative possibility. So when we sit tonight during this meditation that I've decided we're going to do for our second project, instead of doing a second, although I do have one other little craft if you want to do it, but I want us to imagine that we're very, very safe here, and that we are able, with our creative, powerful, buzzing, brimming minds, to create, meditate to create together, okay? Together. We're not going to run from our minds. We're going to run with it. We're going to steer it toward wonder, guide it toward gratitude. Gratitude's the easiest one for me to go to. Like if I start going off, I can come right back to what am I thankful for? The meditation can sort of be a mural. And tonight we're going to make a mural of all of our dreams, our visions, a mosaic, a mantra of movement. Because when you meditate to create, you're not escaping the world, you're designing it from the inside out. And so it is. So that was my little tiny, teeny talk. As easy as you get it, it can't be taken from you. As quick as you forget it, can come back through. As hard as you try not to cross the line, you may find yourself on the other side. So don't hold on too tight, don't let go, no, don't push too hard, just let yourself grow. As hard as you try not to cross the line, you may find yourself standing there on the other side, yeah. It's a wide sky life. Watch your sunrise. It's a wide sky life. Don't let the midday shine make you blind, make you blind. 'Cause what goes up just might float away. What you're sure will leave might stay. As hard as you try not to cross the line, you may find yourself standing there, both feet planted on the other side, yeah. It's a wide sky life. Watch your sun rise. It's a wide sky life. Don't let the midday shine make you blind, make you blind. It's a wide sky life. Watch your sun slide into the starry, starry night. Into the starry, starry night. Martha said spiral clockwise for manifestation, counterclockwise for undoing. So spiraling clockwise. Thank you. I probably should have let y'all know that, I guess, but it's whatever you believe it to be. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to actually pause the recording because resume. And I will just say thank you so much for love offerings and for garden grams. Did anybody receive one of my garden grams this week?
Okay, so all day long, I have been really thinking about the connection to community. And then Breezy gets on with the prayer, and that's one of the things she mentioned was community. And so I was like, all right, this is it. So I thought about all of the different types of community that we're connected with. So we have obviously the Garden of Good, you have your centers, your unities, you have your families, you have your friends. But something that I've really been tapping into a lot recently is my direct community around me in my little small town. And let me tell you, it is not always easy. I live in the Bible Belt, I live in a Republican state, and it can be hard sometimes, but I'm here to tell you with Kristen's Connections that it is possible. There are people all over and all around you that believe like-minded and that will become your network of community right here local. I mean, we hear Amy say, you know, I need people, come get coffee with me or come hang out with me. Like, yes, this online Garden of Good is phenomenal and I love it. And I'm so grateful that I get to connect with you every single day. But getting to do my community stuff has been amazing. And so I wanted to share in regards to my retreat tomorrow. I got 20 different businesses locally to donate to the girls, all kinds of stuff. And the biggest donation that I got was from an All Seasons Grill in town. They're donating lunch to every single girl who will be there tomorrow. And today I was just, I was just writing down all of the different names of all the people who donated and all the things they donated and how I know them. And I started handwriting thank you cards so that all the girls can finish them out and write them. And so that's kind of like their garden gram, you know. And so anyways, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude going into tomorrow. I feel all the manifestation and love and energy from all of you guys. And then I feel the upliftment from my community. And so I'm just telling you that there is community out there, even when you believe, no way do these people on my same street or my same city, you know, connect with me. I promise you that somewhere out there they do. And it's worth getting out. And I've really been inspired by Amy too, going out and getting to go all over and just go into the coffee shops and write. Like, yes, that's how you get out. That's how you connect with your community. So this week, I want you to go try to connect somewhere new in your community. I'm sure there are a ton of summer events going on. And by next week, I want to hear one new way that you've connected in your communities. Okay? All right. Thank you so much.
Our affirmation card, because it's something that we do every week. And this week, we talked about creating and being present. So this is, I showed you last week because I did this last week because I was preparing because of my trip. Every day I take a moment to check in, chill out, and stay dedicated. If you remember, dedication is my root for this quarter. So every day I take a moment to check in, chill out, and stay dedicated. That is my affirmation card. I invite you, I implore you to make an affirmation card. Do I have a home play? I do. Oh my gosh, I created this before I went away. Meditate this week. Did you see how easy
Amy,
that-
real quick before you do that, can you tell us what that thing was called that we just did where we all held up our mind out? Was that called?
Group creative meditation? I don't know.
Okay.
Intention
I just didn't know what to
setting
call
for
it.
each other. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It came to me on the drive home. I had another craft that I was going to do. And then I was like, you know what? I think it would be cool if we because I heard someone talk about meditation once in this way that was different. Because I had always thought meditation was stilling your mind, quieting your mind, emptying your mind. That was what I thought meditation was. And then I heard this wonderful 12-step speaker talk about how meditating can be concentrated thought. So it can be directing your thoughts. So that was the whole idea of tonight. And then it came to me that we could hold visions for each other. And that just felt really powerful. So meditate this week. You saw how easy it was to do a minute. We wound up having 23 of us, or 20 of us, so we at least meditated for 20 minutes tonight. You sat quietly for 20 minutes tonight. And if you have a hard time sitting quietly for yourself, do it for us. Imagine all those things that we just said. Take that time this week. Also, gratitude is the ultimate meditation. I put down here box breathe. If you don't know what box breathing is, it's imagining a box. And I like to do it with 4 counts on each side. So you breathe in for 4. We've done it before. And then hold for 4. And then breathe out for 4. And then hold for 4. So it's a little box. It's a great visualization technique for meditation. Right? Holding. I want you to notice the blooms this week. It is the middle of summer, spring, we're about to pop into summer here. I think it's June 21st is when summer actually begins. But we're in spring, we're in the heart of spring, and the blooms are just popping. So notice them. And notice also this week when you're in the past or the future, and try to become like Joellen in the present moment because that's her fruit. And I know from making peace my fruit for the first quarter and having so much more peace since working it for an entire quarter that Joellen, you're going to be a monk by the end of this quarter. You're going to be so present moment aware that we're going to have, it's going
It
to be
works.
amazing.
It works. I
It
even
really
ran into a
does.
turtle. I even ran into a turtle this morning on my walk, and I was like, dang, there's that slow and steady thing again.
You
Yes.
keep getting it. You keep getting the message that you put out. It's amazing.
That's so funny, Joellen, because I keep thinking in my head box turtle breathing. I can't think of it as box breathing. I'm like box turtle breathing.
That's really funny.
The Spiral Within, a meditation on meditation. Welcome, beautiful gardener of the good. Find your seat. Place your feet on the earth. Feel your breath arrive like a kind old friend. Let your hands rest on your lap, open and soft. We have a spiral mandala, so place it where you can see it, or imagine one blooming in your mind's eye. A spiral, a journey inward and outward and inward again. Take a breath in. Feel it swirl at the edge of your nose, and breathe out slowly, like you're watering a sleeping seed. Again, in. Feel your breath spiral down to your belly and out. Let go, let go, let go. As you breathe, begin to imagine your mind as a garden, but not like a square, tidy one. No, this is a wild and sacred spiral garden. At the outer edge, the soil is dry, the weeds are wild, and the thoughts are loud. This is where most of us live, chasing, solving, thinking, looping. But now you begin the inward walk, spiraling towards the center, towards the stillness, and towards the truth. Each breath is a step, each exhale a clearing, each inhale a homecoming. Imagine yourself walking that spiral path on your mandala. Feel the gentle crunch of soil between your bare feet. Notice the wildflowers blooming beside the path. These are the moments of awareness. As you breathe, the garden quiets, The noise fades and the mind opens. Here in the center of your spiral, you find something sacred. You. Not the thinker, not the fixer, not the doer or the should-er, just the beautiful, aware being that watches it all. Breathe here in the still center of the spiral. Let the light of your awareness radiate. Let the peace bloom from the inside out. Now, begin to spiral gently back out. But this time, you carry the calm with you. You walk past the wild thoughts again, but now you see them as petals just floating by. You smile. You are not lost in them because you are the gardener. You are the breath, and you are the spiral. Take one last long deep inhale. And exhale with a whisper. I am here, I am now, and I am aware. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and return to this beautiful, amazing garden of good. And so it is.
Overflowing with gratitude. I feel it rising. I invite all to feel that rising of gratitude. Gratitude for the Garden of Good. Gratitude for this opportunity to share, to listen, to encourage, to open, to learn, to grow, to create. I bless each moment. I bless each idea. I bless each student. I bless our wonderful, beloved teacher, Amy. I bless the Garden of Good. And I know that we go forth, feeling the blooming, the blossoming in new ways of who we are, the creativity that flows through us as we see life, as we see ourselves, as we see life in new and beautiful ways. Good is happening. New good, greater good. I'm so grateful for this opportunity for each of us. With a heart full of thanks, I affirm. And so it is.
Meditate on. Here we go. Play, pray, slay. In the dark, gonna make good today. In the dark, gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. I'm Amy from the GOG, Garden of Good Creativity. We get free, be me, working effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the Garden of Good. Give, live, and love. In a garden, gonna dig big and trust. In the garden, gonna create.